Let's talk about Pop Flex. This is part 2 of my Pop Flex review. Now let's talk about the leggings, and the reason why a lot of people swear by these leggings is the lack of a front seam. Personally, front seams don't bother me, but I know a lot of people absolutely freaking hate them. So I know Cassie designs all of her leggings without a front seam. The reason why a lot of companies do not design without a front seam is because cutting fabric without a front seam uses a lot more fabric. Like if you have a seam here, you can get the leg part patterned from a much smaller piece of fabric than if you had to cut out the whole like 2 legs. It adds to the cost of the construction. So this is definitely a plus for Pop Flex. Same kind of fabric content, 77% polyester, 23% spandex. And these pockets also have a more rigid band up here, which is just a nice touch because it would prevent all of your things from falling out a little bit more. And everything is joined with the flat lock stitch, and it is very, very well done. If this fits well, it's like a 10 out of 10, no notes. And for the crop top, this is really interesting because this fabric feels a lot softer and stretchier than the leggings, even though the fabric content is exactly the same. I would love to know what it is about this particular knit that's different from that one. Will probably be extremely comfortable. The ribbing is slightly different than this ribbing. It actually has a higher percent of rayon. This comes with removable pads, which I hate, but it's not a big deal. I just honestly toss them out of everything that I own. It does have darts on the outer part as well as the lining. They did not take any shortcuts in construction, so love to see that. Darts just help you shape the bust a little bit more, because most activewear, because it's so stretchy, actually does not have darts. Like this does not have darts, but this does, which I'm assuming was probably a choice due to the slightly less compressive nature of this fabric, maybe. I'm not sure. Neckline is very clean. Everything feels very sturdy. Like if I pull on this as hard as I can, the seams are not gonna rip. And that just speaks to the durability of that flat lock seam, including the neckline. This is usually the first thing to rip. I'm like literally stretching this as hard as I can, and there's no stitches popping, which is very impressive. This fits really well. The top is very, very soft, very comfortable, while still having like a decent amount of compression. 5 lengths of the inseam is like crucial because this does not bunch up. I have my Apple Watch around my ankle. It's not an ankle monitor or anything. This is one of those things that if you're like very short or very tall, you're definitely going to appreciate. Okay, so I just did a workout in the black set, and I will say I do hate the cap sleeves of this top, but that's only because I'm built like a linebacker. Like I'm very broad-shouldered, so if you're also broad-shouldered, maybe skip the cap sleeves. I just don't think they're very flattering, and they cut into my armpits a little bit, so I don't love that. But the leggings are totally squat-proof. I love them. The waistband stayed put pretty much my whole workout, and I might have been converted to the whole no front seam thing.